Brio English podcast.
Laugh, learn, love English. Hey. Welcome back to British English with Brio. I'm Alex, and if you're new here, this is the show where we take the English they didn't teach you in school and actually make sense of it.
And I'm Maya. I'm basically here because I've been embarrassed enough times by British slang that I thought, okay, someone needs to fix this, and that someone is us.
That is genuinely the best reason to start a podcast. So today, Maya, today is a big one.
It is. We are diving into everyday British slang, the words and phrases you'll hear on the street, in the office, at the pub, literally everywhere in the UK.
And these aren't just random fancy words. These are the ones that, if you don't know them, you'll be standing there nodding, completely lost, with a big smile on your face.
That was literally me last Tuesday. Someone said, I'm absolutely knackered, and I thought, is that bad? Is that a medical condition?
Oh, we are definitely covering that one. Right, let's get into it. But first, Maya, quick question for our listeners. Have you ever heard a British phrase and had absolutely no idea what was going on?
Every single day. Drop it in the comments. We want to hear your stories.
All right, let's kick off with the absolute classics. Maya, I'm going to hit you with a word. You tell me what you think it means, and then we'll talk about it. Ready?
Oh no, okay, I'm ready, I think.
First word, knackered.
Okay, so I looked this up after last Tuesday. Knackered means really, really tired, like exhausted. Am I right?
You are completely right. Knackered means absolutely exhausted, like bone tired, can't move tired. I've been on my feet all day. I'm absolutely knackered. You'll hear this constantly in the UK.
Where does it even come from? It sounds like something broke.
Great question, actually. Historically, a knacker was someone who dealt with old, worn-out horses. So knackered literally came from the idea of being worn out like an old horse. Lovely imagery, right?
That is surprisingly dark for a word people use so casually.
British English is full of surprises. Right, next one. Cheeky.
Cheeky. Okay, I feel more confident about this one. Cheeky means like playfully naughty, a bit bold but in a fun way.
Yes, perfect. Cheeky is one of the most British words in existence. It describes something slightly disrespectful or bold, but in a light-hearted way. Not offensive, just a bit daring.
Like a cheeky smile?
Exactly. Or, and this is a very British phrase, a cheeky Nando's.
Wait, what is a cheeky Nando's?
So Nando's is a very popular restaurant chain in the UK, and saying cheeky Nando's means like a spontaneous, slightly indulgent meal out. No big plans, just fancy a cheeky Nando's? It became a huge cultural reference.
That's brilliant. I love that. So cheeky basically adds a sense of fun and spontaneity to whatever comes after it.
Exactly. A cheeky pint, a cheeky biscuit, a cheeky nap. It all just means something slightly indulgent but in a fun way.
I'm going to start saying this constantly. Just a cheeky podcast episode.
Brilliant. Okay, next one. This one trips a lot of people up. Brilliant.
Wait, brilliant? Like smart, intelligent?
In everyday British English, brilliant doesn't usually mean intelligent. It means great, fantastic, wonderful. If someone does something nice for you, you say, oh, brilliant, thank you. It's a very common reaction word.
So if I get a promotion at work and I tell my British colleague, they might say, oh, brilliant.
100%. Brilliant, lovely, fantastic. These are all just enthusiastic, positive reactions in everyday British speech.
This is making me rethink so many conversations I've had where I thought someone was calling me a genius.
Probably not, but they definitely liked whatever you said. All right, round 2. Let's talk pub and social life slang, because honestly, so much of British culture happens around the pub.
Which I love. British pub culture is genuinely one of my favourite things about being here.
Same. Okay, first one. Mate.
Oh, mate is like friend, right? Hey, mate.
Yes, but it's so much more flexible than that. Mate is used between friends, obviously, but British people also use it with strangers, with acquaintances, even sarcastically. Cheers, mate, to a stranger who held the door. All right, mate, As a greeting, it's completely universal.
I've noticed British people say it even when they're a bit annoyed. Like, look, mate.
Ha ha. Yes. Look, mate, or listen, mate, can actually be a gentle warning, like, pay attention, I'm about to be very honest with you. It's tone dependent.
Context is everything. Okay, what about gutted? I've heard this one.
Gutted, yes. Gutted means deeply disappointed, like really, genuinely upset about something. England lost the match. I'm absolutely gutted.
Oh, that's such a strong image. Gutted like a fish.
Exactly where it comes from. Visceral language, very British, and it's used so casually for everyday disappointments. Your coffee order is wrong. You're gutted. It rained on your day off. Gutted.
Next one, dodgy. I hear this a lot.
Dodgy is a great one. It means suspicious, questionable, not quite trustworthy. That restaurant looks a bit dodgy. Maybe the hygiene rating isn't great. He seems dodgy. There's something off about him.
Or like dodgy Wi-Fi. Unreliable?
Yes, dodgy can apply to things too. Dodgy internet, dodgy weather, dodgy knee. Basically anything that isn't working properly or seems unreliable.
Okay, last one for this round. Chuffed. What does that mean?
Chuffed means really pleased, very happy about something. I passed my driving test. I'm dead chuffed. It's that warm, satisfied kind of happiness.
Dead chuffed. Using dead as an intensifier, like very?
Exactly. Dead is used as an intensifier in British English, especially Northern British. Dead good, dead easy, dead chuffed. It just means really or very.
I love it. I'm dead chuffed to be learning all this.
Ha! You're getting it perfectly. All right, round 3. This is the one I think listeners will find really useful. Workplace and everyday life slang. Because if you're working in a British company, these will come up constantly.
Yes, I want to feel confident in meetings, not just nodding along hoping no one asks me a follow-up question.
Ha! Relatable. Okay, first one. Can't be bothered.
So, like, I don't want to make the effort?
Exactly. Can't be bothered means you don't have the energy or motivation to do something. It's not angry, just low energy. I can't be bothered cooking tonight, let's just get a takeaway.
That is me most evenings, honestly.
Same. You'll also hear it shortened to just CBB informally. Ugh, CBB going to the gym today.
Next, on about. Like, what are you on about?
Great one. What are you on about means what are you talking about. It can sound slightly frustrated or just confused. He was going on about some new policy. Means he was talking about it a lot, maybe too much.
So going on about something means talking about it excessively?
Yes, usually with a slight implication that it's becoming a bit much. She's always going on about the traffic, not quite complaining, just very focused on one topic.
I need to know this one. Sorted.
Oh, sorted is essential British English. It means arranged, taken care of, all good. Is everything sorted for the meeting? Is everything organised and ready? Or you've solved a problem? Don't worry, it's all sorted.
And people also say get sorted, meaning get organised?
Exactly. Right, let's get sorted. Let's get ourselves organised and ready. You'll hear this in the office constantly.
What about taking the mickey? I heard someone say this and had no idea.
Ha! Taking the mickey, or taking the mick, means making fun of someone, teasing them, or being a bit disrespectful by not taking something seriously. Are you taking the mickey? Means, are you joking? Are you being serious right now?
Is it offensive?
Depends on the tone and relationship. Between friends it's light teasing, but stop taking the mick can mean stop disrespecting me or wasting my time. Context is everything.
And finally, cheers.
Ah, cheers. The most versatile word in British English. Obviously it means cheers as in a toast when drinking, but British people use it for thank you, goodbye, and even a casual acknowledgement. Someone holds the door. Cheers. Someone emails you information. You reply, cheers. Someone says, see you later. Cheers, mate.
I was so confused when I first arrived. Someone said cheers to me in a shop and I looked for a drink.
Ha! Classic. It really is used everywhere. Just remember, cheers basically means thanks, good, or goodbye, depending on the situation. Right, before we wrap up, we've got a little listener challenge for you. We're going to give you 3 sentences, and you have to figure out what the British slang words mean from context. Ready?
This is actually a great way to test what you've learnt today. Pause the episode if you want to think about it before we reveal.
Sentence 1. I tried to call the office, but the phone line was absolutely rubbish, totally dead for 2 hours. What does rubbish mean there?
Rubbish means bad, terrible, useless, so the phone line was completely useless.
Exactly. Rubbish is a really common British insult for something that isn't working well or is low quality. That film was rubbish. The weather is rubbish. Very versatile.
Sentence 2. He was well chuffed when his manager gave him a good review.
We already covered chuffed, really pleased. And, well, here is another intensifier meaning very. Well chuffed, well good, well happy.
Sentence 3. I'm not being funny, but that presentation was a bit dodgy.
Oh, not being funny is a great little phrase. It means, I'm being serious, don't take this as a joke. It's almost a disclaimer before saying something honest or critical. And dodgy we covered, unreliable, not great quality. So the whole sentence means, I'm being serious, that presentation wasn't very good.
I love how much British English packs into every sentence.
And that's a wrap on episode 1 of British English with Brio. What a brilliant first episode. See what I did there?
Ha! You're so cheeky.
Completely. Right, let's do a quick recap of everything we covered today. We've got knackered, cheeky, brilliant, mate, gutted, dodgy, chuffed, can't be bothered, on about, sorted, taking the mickey, and cheers.
That is genuinely so many useful words. If you're heading to the UK, or working with British colleagues, or just watching British shows, these will come up constantly.
Here's your homework before next week. Use at least 3 of today's words in a real conversation, whether it's with a colleague, a friend, or even just describing your day. Practice is everything.
And drop us a comment telling us which one you used and how it went. We genuinely love hearing from you all.
Next episode, we're talking about British expressions for awkward situations. Because let me tell you, British people have a very specific and brilliant vocabulary for awkwardness.
I cannot wait. That episode is basically my life story.
Ha! Until then, keep learning, keep practicing, and remember, every word you learn is one less blank stare in a conversation.
See you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.